You might want to share this. Anunnaki Gods versus the Bible God from our truehistory.co.uk. Anunnaki. The Anunnaki, a group of Sumerian gods, are considered as gods on earth, God of Israel. Yep, God. Anunnaki. The Sumerian gods inscribed their stories on tablets. The Bible? The Bible is a record derived from those ancient tablets. Anunnaki. Sumerian gods like Enlil and Enki are depicted as immortal beings. God in the Bible. The God of the Bible is also portrayed as eternal and immortal. Enlil. Enlil, a prominent deity in Sumerian mythology, is described as having a throne made of lapis lazuli. God in the Bible. In the book of Exodus, God is described as sitting on a throne of lapis lazuli. Exodus 24:10. Enlil. Enlil is often referred to as the highest among the gods. God in the Bible. The God of the Bible is frequently referred to as the Most High, e.g. Psalm 83:18. Enlil. Enlil allowed the flood to happen to destroy humanity. God in the Bible. In the Genesis account, God caused the flood to cleanse the world of human wickedness. Genesis 6:5-7. Enki. Enki, another Sumerian god, warned Ziusudra, or Utnapishtim, about the impending flood, enabling him to build a boat and survive. God in the Bible. God warned Noah about the flood and instructed him to build an ark to save himself, his family, and pairs of animals. Genesis 6:13-22. Anunnaki. Enki is credited with creating humans from clay in Sumerian texts. God in the Bible. In the Bible, God creates the first human, Adam, Adamu, from the dust of the ground. Genesis 2:7. Anunnaki. The Sumerian gods often convene in a council to make decisions, such as the decision to send the flood. God in the Bible. The Bible also depicts a divine council or assembly of heavenly beings, e.g. Psalm 82:1. Anunnaki. Centered in Mesopotamia. God of Israel. The Israelites were neighbors to Mesopotamian civilizations, with cultural and trade interactions between these regions. Yahweh. Yahweh has been providing evidence that he was Marduk, the Anunnaki. Anunnaki. The Sumerian gods, particularly Enlil, are associated with the sacred mountain Ekur. God in the Bible. God is often associated with sacred mountains, such as Mount Sinai, Exodus 19, and Mount Zion, Psalm 48:2. Anunnaki. Enki told Adapa, Adam, not to eat from the tree. Bible. And the Lord God commanded him, You are free to eat from any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, for when you eat from it you will certainly die. Genesis 2:16-17. Anunnaki. The gods are immortal, and their demigod humans initially have longer lifespans, but are not immortal. God in the Bible. Humans in early biblical texts also have longer lifespans, e.g. Methuselah living 969 years, but are not immortal. Genesis 5:27. Anunnaki. The gods have an underworld, with stories of descent, such as Inanna's descent into the netherworld. God in the Bible. The Bible references Sheol, a place where the dead reside, and includes narratives about descent, e.g. Jonah's prayer from the depths, Jesus' reference to Jonah, and Jesus' own descent after crucifixion. Anunnaki. The gods make promises and covenants with humans, such as the promise of longevity or protection. God in the Bible. God makes several covenants with humans, including the covenant with Noah to never again flood the earth. Genesis 9:8-17. Anunnaki. The gods communicate with humans through intermediaries or lesser gods. God in the Bible. God often communicates through angels or prophets. Anunnaki. Temples like the ziggurats were built as dwelling places for the gods. God in the Bible. The tabernacle and later the temple in Jerusalem are described as God's dwelling places among the people. Exodus 25:8-9, 1 Kings 6. Anunnaki. Anunnaki were said to look like humans but were taller, 8-12 feet tall, with pale skin, blonde hair, white beards, and blue eyes. God of the Bible is often shown as pale skin, white hair and beard and blue eyes, as in the painting called The Creation of Adam by Michelangelo.
I show evidence to all of this in documentaries on my website, ourtruehistory.co.uk.
ANUNNAKI. In Sumerian texts, the gods often employed divine messengers, who are similar to angels. The Hebrew word for angels, malach, means messenger. These messengers carried out tasks and delivered messages between the gods and humans. Biblical angels. In the Hebrew Bible, angels, from the Hebrew malach, meaning messenger, serve as divine emissaries who communicate God's will to humans. They are seen delivering messages, offering protection, and executing God's judgment, e.g., Gabriel in Daniel 8:16 and Michael in Daniel 10:13. Anunnaki. The word Elohim in Hebrew is the plural form of El, a generic term for God. In many ancient Semitic languages, Elohim can be understood as gods. Bible. Let us make man in our image. Genesis 1:26 says, Then God said, Let us make man in our image, after our likeness. Anunnaki. Descriptions of brilliant weapons causing intense fires and leaving the land desolate. Bible. The destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah with fire and brimstone raining from the heavens. Genesis 19:24-28. Anunnaki. Post-catastrophe descriptions where land and water are left desolate and poisoned, possibly by weapons of terror. Bible. The wormwood star causing waters to become bitter, leading to many deaths. Revelation 8:10-11. Anunnaki. Descriptions of cities left in ruins, people suffering from strange sicknesses, and the aftermath of divine weapons. Bible. Descriptions of flesh rotting and eyes bleeding due to divine judgment. Zechariah 14:12. Anunnaki Igigi. The Igigi gods, tired of their labor, were involved in stories where they interacted with humans, which included mating with human women. Bible. The sons of God, interpreted by some as angels or divine beings, took human wives and had offspring with them, leading to the birth of the Nephilim. Genesis 6:4. Anunnaki. Enki was called the Great Lord. King of Kings. God is often referred to as the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Deuteronomy 10:17, Psalm 136:3, 1 Timothy 6:15, Revelation 19:16. These titles emphasize God's supreme authority over all other powers and rulers. Anunnaki. The first place they set up was called Eridu, and they were involved in creating the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Bible. Genesis describes events happening in the region of Mesopotamia, believed by some to be near Eridu. Anunnaki. The main god Enlil had a wife called Ninlil. Bible. In ancient times, some Near Eastern religions depicted their gods with divine consorts or wives. Anunnaki. Marduk is mentioned in the Cyrus Cylinder tablet. Marduk's influence grew, leading to him ordering Cyrus to march on Babylon, which he entered peacefully. This event is reflected in the Bible's prophecy in Isaiah 44:28-45, foretelling Cyrus as a liberator chosen by God. Bible. God's decree. In the Bible, particularly in the book of Isaiah, there is a prophecy, Isaiah 44:28-45, that foretells the rise of Cyrus as a liberator chosen by God. At the time, Marduk had become highly influential, possibly influencing biblical references to him as a significant figure.
I show evidence to all of this in documentaries on my website, ourtruehistory.co.uk.